Okay, and here is Grandpa.
Smiling.
Smile, Pa. On his 50th reunion at Syracuse, bedecked in orange. Orange pin, orange stripe on his hat. Take your hands away from your tummy.
I'm hiding my stomach.
Yes, it's on it. Do you have any words of wisdom? No, don't button it. You're going to pop your button. Unbutton it. It looks better unbuttoned.
The weather is nice.
Do you have any words of wisdom on the occasion of your 50th reunion from college?
Everybody up here looks so old.
They do, don't they?
Oh, jeez.
Holy Toledo. Some of them can
Frightening.
hardly walk. Well, it's because your wife took such good care of you all these years.
Thank you. That's enough.
All right.
Great.
The picture.
She was at the house. The house was open last year.
But I was gonna get some.
Morning, good morning.
Get some if you love my house.
Malcolm Reynolds is.
You're gonna get it. What's your name, please? I need it for the television.
Are you gonna get the book?
I'm getting this excuse, so the,
Malcolm, you recognize everybody? You see Mike, you know Mike? Yes. And Vic?
Oh, Rick, yeah.
We'll be doing that all weekend, everywhere we go. I'll be walking along.
Oh, is that the chapel?
Yeah.
There we go. No, that's very good. Bossy, you bet. Good.
Now, will someone take a picture with my camera?
Oh, this is great.
That was a good shot.
There we go.
I'm gonna get a picture of you eating. That's when you gotta really. Then the line's not bad, but when you're eating, chewing.
Thanks a lot.
He and Mark brother, G. Judge, nice to all right.
Oh, is that right?
In-law said to me the other day, because I use it all the time. I can't wait. I get home from school, get home from work, and the first thing I do is check my email. See, I've got email.
My name is Ed Bogish. I'm the Dean of the College of Engineering and Computer Science, and it is my privilege and my pleasure and my thrill to welcome you to this Dean's Breakfast this morning. This is the largest crowd we've had for a reunion in the 15 years that I've been at Syracuse. Know that the class have admitted 900 to 1,000 students for undergraduate education at Syracuse. In recent years, typically 200, expecting about 225. So this will be a 10% increase in enrollment for us. We're very excited about that. The videotape will highlight the full breadth of programs, and the program over to the videotape for about 10 minutes. And then we'll have a brief period where I'm going to ask individuals to...
Ourselves in the midst of a new revolution, a technological revolution, so swift and so profound, the possibilities for global change seem endless.
feel that when somebody gets to be 65, that they've had all that they can offer. And I believe that, as Paul Weitz indicated,
the thing I remember most about Syracuse was the long, cold bus ride to Thompson Road.
I worked for chemical companies, it's about 35 years, I guess. I started off doing something. Well, I guess the thing that I'm the proudest of is the fact that I had the 5 girls.
Mattydale Air Base, I think it was called an air base, it was Mattydale. And when I went up there, they had double-decker bunks. And I had pulled a ligament in my leg, and the guy says, "You're in the upper." And I says, "No way."
Syracuse, because I had gone to Virginia Tech before the war. I spent 20 years in the pharmaceutical industry, mostly in manufacturing management. I had 10 years for my family, who kids still speak fluent Portuguese and Spanish. They don't speak Japanese. I guess I remember, I spent 18 years after that working for Dick Carpenter as an engineering consultant.
Time it was overseas. The thing that I remember, I guess one of the fond or otherwise memories, is that we had a professor when I was in school that used to give us assignments.
From Saratoga Springs. After graduating, I couldn't find a job, which was one of the problems at 49. Jobs were not available, to most of us anyway. And I wound up doing the next best thing, going back to school. Graduated from Carnegie Tech at 50, and then went on to Syracuse.
And in the summer, this boy ended up in Lurie in their plane. And it wasn't really chem engineering. I had a friend in J.C. who was B.F. Goodrich. Boy, that's where I want to go.
No, for me, I worked with Allied Chemical for 28 years, and then I joined Miller Brewing Company. And then after that, I did consulting until I retired. I've got 3 kids.
Other factor you have to stay, and we'd like to hear from everyone if you have the time and interest to stay. So, I want to give those.
I'd like to make a short speech for the class of 1959.
Okay, all right, so let's cue the things. There's a question, there's a speech, there's a report from the Alumni Association, which I'd actually like to put in first, before anything, because this is by the charter of the college's Alumni Association. This is the Alumni Association. I'm going to introduce Dick Carpenter, and then if folks wish to leave to go to other programs on campus, we certainly understand, but if you'd like to stay, I encourage you to stay.
I mean, it didn't happen, but I'm surprised nobody's mentioned that wonderful summer course we got between the junior and the senior year. We had 4 weeks to perform experiments and some kind of old busted down equipment. So we were split up in groups of about 7 or 8. And you had 1 week, Kathy Pollard, young lady, and such a great help to us. She does a lot of her secretarial work. So have helped the alumni group, Tina Casella. Some of you may know the name because you get these brochures.
Difficult times, ethically and professionally, and in a very statement of that kind of question is clear. It would take a lot more discussion.
So I know exactly what the question is. Academic interest in engineering and a complementary field outside of engineering is the extraordinary opportunity that engineering students have at Syracuse.
United States government. I'm a college engineer in Mobile in 71. I transferred to the Galveston District in 74, where I still am. I'm project engineering manager.
Come. Come right here, I'll take your picture.
Oh, thank you.
I have it turned down just before we came. I was looking.
Not the man. Red or yellow?
It's a big
How does this work?
Oh.
Will you show me? Well, that's good. I like that more.
I was with a tour that went through the Sigma Chi house, and a week later it was demolished.
Oh, just in time, huh?
Wonder if Russ? I'm sorry. I wanted to ask you if you knew how to sing. The other gentleman knows how to sing. Do you know how to sing?
I can answer that one. You don't have to ask him.
And we had to all march down to the railroad station. So the result was, the band, which I was part of, we marched the entire group down, and the girls that were there for 6 months that we were there, they were lining the streets and they were crying. It was like a parting scene. And the funny part is we banging it, going ahead right up to the railroad station. At that point, we took the drum off, we took the instruments off, and we got on the train. So that was my experience. I used to play the drum at the football games and the marching down to the railroad station.
But you're talking about canceling the ASDP program. One day it was hitchhiking a ride in Honolulu on a 6x6, loaded with infantrymen from the 10th Army. And half of the kids in the truck were fresh out of an ASDP program. Yes. And the kid I was talking to, he said, I'm going to be a machine gunner. And he was getting ready to go off to Okinawa. Yeah. And they just took these kids bodily,
We didn't know
put them in the ranks.
It was great. One day we were in school.
Yeah, I think from here.
And then the convertible, then the class of 29 and 79 will march together as the first class here and the last class here. Then consecutively after that, if there's 39, 44, 54, 59 on up, 49 will be last. And all the other classes, please card when they get to the Goldstein Alumni Faculty Center, make an aisle.
You know, there's a piece of kamikaze plane.
So we get an honor guard at
These people that and prevented that from taking place.
You know, you mean, truly, I gotta say that they kept us alive because they pulled us out of the 3rd Army and we were on our way to the Pacific, the 4th Infantry Division, when DJ Day came, which meant that we didn't have to go into that battle of Japan.
Syracuse newspaper. I can't even remember the name of it. I'm just kidding. I'm with the Syracuse newspaper. I'm not. I'm just
The old lady can't hear in this noise. You want to know?
I was saying I was on the newspaper, the newsroom. I'm taking your picture. But
There we go.
Where's my wife?
Uh-oh, she went with the 79s, yeah. What was
It
that?
figures.
For a grand finale.
Got a nice downhill slope there.
How do you get with the one?
Makes sense.
Can I get all four of you? Great, thank you very much. You didn't have to haul it around, you still got a chance to wear it. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Okay, now what's your distinguished position here, exalted position?
Oh, I'm
When
the
you-
wife of
A student.
a student.
A
And I'm
student.
the mother of the student.
I see. Okay, what year?
He'll be
Curtin.
2001.
Wow, that's something. Where are they?
Around the world, just parked on the streets.
Fellow Orange people, of all the parades we've had here in Syracuse, this is one of them. We want you to really enjoy the day. You're out here with vigor and enthusiasm. Spend time with old friends. Enjoy the campus and come back often. We love you. Thank you very much.
I got it. I want to see you march. There we go.
Press the handles down.
Disney World again. Disney World Public Relations Department.
Well,
isn't that correct?
Come on down.
Welcome, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that great parade that we were in.
It's customary for the 50-year class to present a class gift to the university. At that time, the university allowed the various classes September of 1982. One of our classmates, now to the country, newly marrieds in our group. Is anyone here who has been married with the most great-grandchildren? Anybody got more than 5? Just the one pair of hands? Will one of you stand? Stand up. Congratulations, everybody. One bag for yourself and one bag for the 25-year couple.
The very first day of classes back in the fall of 1945, I was in the School of Management. That's what it's called today. It used to be Business Administration.
Don't get such and such person for a teacher. So I was in the line for accounting, and they had the previous information. I got up to the front and I said,
"You don't drink." So the first thing I did is I went out and I got something I never heard of, which I remember, and Alexander with brandy. And I said, boy, am I going to live this up. And boy, did I hate that drink.
When you get the mic and are talking, if you would stand up, we'd appreciate it. Then everybody can see where the voice is coming from.
So we have a long legacy of Syracuse University.
Army Specialized Training Program during the war, whatever that is. And I was in the engineering program, and as a...
Remember that? The Colgate newspaper delivered a recovered night, and the stories were going on. Colgate team quits, Andy Kerr indicted for sexual harassment and so forth. And it's a great presentation. And someone, I think it was in this class, former Air Force pilot, dropped
At lunchtime in the chapel. Well, one day, I think professor had just come in and I was playing, and everything was stopped, and the guards and the police came running in and raised.
There was a man on campus. Previous to that, it was kind of hard to find him. When all the GIs came back, we were happy to see him. I did find Lee Jenkins just because.
And Margie Bowman, we're looking for you. Come on over.
MBA here. The program started in 1948. I have my MBA from here in 1949. I was really going to school. With the comparison, I came here from my home at that time, Charlotte, North Carolina. I got over.
I recall, and I think many of you will, Maggie Fisher, Margaret Fisher. She was a professor of political science.
Here I'd like to say hello. I was what we call a local local. We had an intramural football team. We're always being wound by the fraternity lads. One of my greatest memories is being in the jazz club. And
The old man staring from beautiful languages. And he looked a little bit lost, so I said, "Can I help you?" He said, "When I was here, this was the old."
I'm Jim Hamlin, and we have Norma Henry Jenkins over here also. As far as I know, we're the only three from the chemistry system here. Anyhow, pretty soon we have a whole room to ourselves. I didn't remember clearing out because of the smell. That was us.
Your chancellor, William Pearson, for 20 years. And, had some personal moments with him, which I vividly reflect many of them. One in particular during the
second line to see.
We ought to find a spot for him.
Yes, it is. That's
And thwarting the federal people, getting Illinois to take back control. And this guy who's thinking of doing the national federal system
Hasn't met you yet.
It's what?
Cameron hasn't met you yet.
The 50th should be something that we all try to get everybody together. Being that it's a milestone, and we're here, right? So we don't have to share each other. Guys here, and really, it's great that we're all together. One of the things I wanted to mention is that we then got to college and had the opportunity to be together as a class in chemical engineering. And then we all went our different ways, and listening to some of the guys talking about which office they belong to. Ed Reed, I think he must have spelled out about 8 different companies. But for whatever reason was, he couldn't hold a job in one place.
Yeah. I kept asking him for.
Union Carbide?
Yep.
But I could have had a different career entirely. Because I think I could have managed to go through whatever Mike did, maybe not as well, but I would have been successful at it. Each of us, I think, could have wound up doing what any one of us wound up because of the circumstances. So in a way, this is the best outfit that I've ever been in. Did pass away. Bill Albrecht, George DeSaga, Manny Gallinera, Ted Stenoff, Bill Blackrow, and Mike Muller. We all knew them very well, and it came as a shock and a surprise. In fact, we wrote to Mike inviting him to join us today, and I got a letter from his son. This was on February the 9th. I'm sorry to inform you that my father, Mike Muller, passed away on December 28th, 1998. Congratulations on continuing the reunion tradition. I'm sure my dad would have loved to attend the festivities and catch up with his old friends. Syracuse University was always a special place to my father, and I'm sure he wishes all his classmates to have many healthy and happy years ahead. Have a great reunion. Go Orangemen. Signed, Kurt Muller. Well, we were so surprised and taken with it.
Well, as constant, der entropy der Welt zeigt ein Maximum zu.
You got a prize for that. And I can still remember the final exam for thermodynamics. I came home that afternoon. If you spell your name right, you got 10 points. Some of these other equations. Al? Yes.
It's getting time. We should be going pretty soon.
Contribution of $15 ought to cover everything for each of the men, and that would be fine.
That's fine.
We'll see you on the way back.
Fine.
50 years, Mike.
Paul, take a credit card. So please take some of that. Take a credit card.
They took mine.
We'll come back after the picture.
Yeah. John, we come in.
That's the number that went down.
Talking about a new thermal.
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you have to. 49 is the greatest class, right?
Right.
Are
How
you gonna
made
leave
you
the parade?
decide that?
Because I saw you were here.
Oh,
Original, so I guess it is innovative. Let us be together. O Holy One,
I had the pleasure last evening of attending the half-century dinner at the Goldstein Auditorium in the Shine Student Center.
Hey, Vic.
very finest colleagues. These are men and women who, by their outstanding accomplishments, contributions to society, and commitment to uncompromising excellence, have earned national and international recognition. They are a diverse group.
That I will well and truly, Carolina.
With those words, Molly Corbett Broad took her place among the leaders of American higher education. It's been a trend-setting journey, one that began in 1959, when the young SU math major took Economics 101. Complimenting her work, the professor suggested she consider a major in economics. She agreed with Professor and future Chancellor.
Faculty members when universities are functioning at their very greatest.
Molly Corbett's relationship with Mel Eggers changed her direction and her life, with a 30-year track record in 1976.
Scotty did a great job of seeing what
Arizona to become executive director of the Arizona Board of Regents.
Arizona was a terrific experience because it opened my eyes to the significance of legislative support and legislative relations in the context of a...
She responded with innovation, creativity, and technology.
Technology is an enormously valuable supplement to what we've done for many years in higher education.
For a leader to position their state for the new millennium.
With her background in technology and distant learning and those things that we were concerned about here in North Carolina, she just seemed fit.
That Molly Corbett Broad and the University of North Carolina have come together. The future of the state depends on the strength of the North Carolina educational system.
Well, I think in a very quick period of time, Molly Broad has had a profound influence on our university system, and I would say on our state. Molly Broad has it all. She's a leader of vision. She's a...
As deeply as Molly feels about UNC and its future, she still credits her experience at Syracuse as the foundation of her success.
It was a very special place at a very special time in my life, and I believe that my own commitment to higher education.
Chancellor Shaw, it's my honor to present Molly Corbett Broad with the 1999 George Ahrens Pioneer Medal for excellence in the field of educational administration. And thereby admit you to an exclusive circle of the most outstanding alumni of Syracuse University. Congratulations, Molly.
Shaw. I am very proud to be a leal and loyal alumna of Old Syracuse. And I am deeply honored to receive the Ahrens Pioneer Medal this evening, and all the more so because this occasion is being shared by the members of my family and friends. And appropriately so. And to seek unceasingly to further high goals. The conclusion of the Athenian oath is that is greater, better, and more beautiful than when it was transmitted to you. This metaphor.
From a sea of faces, he can find an individual. And from a collection of diverse individuals, he can establish a community. For Bernie Wall, community is the definition of life. And it was to create a functioning, growing, healthy community that Wall first came to Goddard Riverside, a community center on New York's Upper West Side.
Goddard Riverside exists. And to build community, you have to pull people together.
When Wall became executive director in 1973, this multi-service community center was a struggling, unstructured enterprise with an annual budget of 600 years old neighborhood. Under Wall's leadership, Goddard Riverside has become a nationally recognized model community center, serving over 20,000 people a year. Its many services include programs for the elderly, the disabled,
And say, I've been happy at what I've been doing. You've really accomplished a great deal.
Most vulnerable citizens, undaunted by the most challenging conditions and with often constrained resources, you've met the needs of thousands of people by offering shelter, food, and respect for human dignity. And it's my great pleasure to present you with the George Ahrens Award and thereby admit you to an exclusive circle of the most outstanding alumni of Syracuse University. Congratulations, Bernie.
Keep your eyes open for a big dog. He's a real troublemaker.
Oh, he's down here somewhere. I can hear him breathing.
You always wait for the Winslow kids. Even when they're 10 minutes late, you wait for them.
Wow, are you in trouble? You're using Marmaduke's toothbrush.
A cartoon is to make somebody feel good, make them smile, hopefully make them laugh. A cartoon is an instantaneous moment of joy.
No one really owns Marmaduke. He's a dog's dog, but he does have a pet. His name is Brad. Brad Anderson.
Well, this Brad Anderson sure seems to know dogs.
Dogs have feelings just like people do. They sit there, they think. Things bother them. People do things that disturb them. They're upset by it. They get their feelings hurt. So
he's coming to love his delightful mix of doggy antics with childlike thinking. However, he's managed to draw that delicate balance. Brad Anderson, the cartoonist, has created a huge success. Marmaduke, the Great Dane, has cavorted his way.
I know you mean well, but you really shouldn't feed the fish.
In fact, I had a hard time with Marmaduke because editors told me we're sick of animal cartoons. We've had Mickey Mouse and Donald, and we don't want any more animal cartoons. I said, well, this isn't an animal cartoon. This is a real dog. This dog doesn't talk. It doesn't.
City on the GI Bill. He quickly discovered that his gift of cartooning could bring him much enjoyment and recognition.
And I found that if I cartooned my way into advertising and illustration, then it worked better because everybody else was doing the very serious type of illustration.
In 1951, with a fine arts degree, Anderson's single-panel cartoons began selling to big-name publications like the Saturday Evening Post, Collier's, and Reader's Digest. It was a boom time for cartoonists.
I would sell cartoons all the way from $5 up to...
It became the key. In 1954, Anderson finally found a small Chicago-based syndicate willing to distribute Marmaduke to 8 newspapers, one of which was the
one-dimensional. So I began to draw with a happy look in his eyes, more of a smile on his face.
It doesn't seem to be matter what situation Brad, because she thought that it looked like Marmaduke.
Distributed by United Media, Marmaduke has also been spotted around the world in every other form of entertainment imaginable, including 15 million books and in internationally sent others.
Doing it for 45 years is a tribute to you, and doing it well for 45 years is an inspiration for me. Brad, congratulations on everything. It's nice to see nice guys winning, and here's to the next 45 years.
As we move into the next century, Marmaduke is already reaching a new generation of children. He just became one of the featured comic characters at the brand new Universal Studios Island. I think Marmaduke's trying to have the last word. What is it, Marmaduke? Brad Anderson is the best man a dog could ever have.
Chancellor Shaw, it is my privilege to present Bradley Anderson for the 1999 George Ahrens Pioneer Award for Excellence in Cartooning.
George Ahrens Pioneer Medal, and thereby admit you to an exclusive circle of the most outstanding alumni of Syracuse University. Congratulations, Brad.
I have to thank everybody that's involved in this. I never expected it from the Houston Alumni Association. And I also want to thank everybody here at Syracuse University. I have to go back a long way, all the way back to, what was it, 1951, 47 to 51. I'd come out of the Navy and I wanted to be an industrial designer. And I came to Syracuse. They allowed me in, which was a great privilege for me at that time. And I came, and one semester I knew I didn't want to be an industrial designer anymore. I knew I was a cartoonist, so I went into advertising design, pillars. And I said, wouldn't it be funny if all those pillars had these young maidens there? And I went home and I drew a cartoon of that, and something to the effect of this man carving out young maidens on the pillars, and the wife saying to the neighbor, well, since he retired, he's been trying to find a hobby. And I sent it off to Collier's magazine, and they bought it. And that was an inspiration to me, although I'd been selling to many small magazines. And from there, I went to Saturday Evening Post and all the big major magazines. And while I was here on campus, then I got a job years after I got out of the Navy, that it just carried me into a period of time after I graduated to inspire me, basically, to go off on my own. I did try, I stayed with the audiovisual.
Please open your program booklet to the last page if you don't know the words to the alma mater. And along with the video, please join in singing the alma mater.
I hope you'll enjoy this evening as much as I have. Congratulations to all the award winners and to each of you for being such strong supporters of Syracuse University. Drive carefully this evening, and please come back next year. Thank you.
Sometimes I wonder why I spend the lonely night dreaming of a song. The melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you when our love was new. And each kiss an inspiration. But that was long ago. Now my consolation is in the stardust of a song beside a garden wall. stars are bright. You are
Good girl. Smile. Smile, Annie. Good girl. What's your tail doing? What's your tail doing? You're a tricky dog. Is that your trick?